Hey, this is Rick Wilson. It is Monday, and I'm recording this on Monday. I don't really know if I'll be able to make it on air by Monday, but we'll see. Today, I've had a very long weekend, a musical weekend. I've enjoyed it. Played at my church quite a bit, played the banjo a little bit on one song, and it was very good. Very good turnout, very good program. It was about when you were close to God. When is it in your life that you felt the closest? What experience did you have? And for me, that was many times. It's many times. But one thing I want to share with you is today is mine and Janet's 47th wedding anniversary. 47 years. It's like we've known each other forever, right? I mean, we've loved each other forever. Wow. It's what it seems like. I always make the joke, we've had 33 great years. But we've been married 47. And I don't know, man. Most everybody can say something like that. But anyway, let me tell you a little story. How I met Janet. First time I ever saw her, she was in the band room. It was the day that she was new to Selma. Her dad was in the Air Force, and they got transferred over here. And he finally kind of, I don't know if he retired from it or he went into Social Security, so he eventually was in the Social Security in Selma. But but I remember the day she came into the band room as a new student, and I was sitting by this guy, Philip Little, and she comes in the door and she's walking. I punched him. I said, "Look at there." He said, "What?" I said, "There goes my future wife." "Oh, you're kidding me." "No," I said, "that right there is going to be my wife one day." And sure enough, 47 years later, well, that's just probably about 56 years later. But anyway, I said, I'll tell you what we can do. "What?" So we don't know her name, and she doesn't know ours. So what we'll do is we'll do this little thing so that she'll know what our names are. So we got over there close to her, and I said, you say something like, "Hey, how you doing, Richard?" And I'll say, "I'm doing fine, Philip." So she'll know our names, and so so we went down there, and Philip's first one, he chimes off. He says, "Hey, look at this music here, Richard. How do you like this?" And I looked at him. I said, "I don't know, David." That's about how it went too. He looked like he could eat rocks. He wasn't real happy with that. But I'd already told him she was going to be mine. But anyway, that's how we introduced ourselves. And that was many, many years ago. She was in the 8th grade. I was in the 9th grade. So anyway, happy anniversary, Janet. I love you very much. The last couple of years, as she knows, it's been very tough on both of us. She's lost her mom, and I've lost my mom, and so we were fortunate enough to that we were there praying around her mother when she took her last breath. We were also around her father and praying when he took his last breath. I watched my dad take his last breath, and I remember my mother singing out of the hymnal to him when he took his last breath. And me and my brother was able to be around my mother when she took her last breath. And that's all been, within the last 5 years or so. And us losing our mothers within the last 2 years, and we've been having to deal with liquidation of the houses and all that kind of stuff, and one day you'll go through this. Janet also had cancer, and in that time, and she went through all of her chemotherapy and all of her checkups, and now she's 100%. So she has no cancer, and so we're very, very pleased with that. And I want to thank all you guys out there that are prayer warriors, because we certainly believe in praying for each other, and we're a testament here to let you know that prayer works. Prayer definitely works. And again, we had a musical program that went on all weekend. Started Friday at our church where we was practiced, and then we had finger food and practice, I think is the way it went. And then we practiced all day Saturday, and we ate a lot. We fellowshipped a lot with each other and got to know each other real well. We got to share with each other. It was just a good time. And then Saturday night we had the concert. Actually, it wasn't Saturday night, it was Sunday night, where I got to play my banjo a little bit. And if you were there, great. If you weren't, shame on you. I think it was in all the bulletins. I think we sent out things to all the churches and actually invited them to play and sing with us. But anyway, it was just a real closeness, and I enjoyed that. But since I hadn't played my banjo in a long time, except for maybe in some recording stuff, but it's been a long time. And when you use a capo, it throws off the 5th string, which is this one. So you got to be able to move that string without having to tighten it up a whole lot, because if you do that, you're going to break the string. It won't take the tension. So I made this little capo for the 5th string only, so that I can move it. And I'm going to show you how to make one, okay? Because this is what it sounds like without a capo. So this is the little thing. You can't see it, so there's no sense in me showing it to you, but I'm going to show you how to make one. How about that? I know that there's a whole 1% of you out there that's interested in this, so that's that 1% I'm going after, okay? So all you guys that have been wanting to know how to make a capo for the 5th string, you're going to know how to do that at the end of this So let's get to it right now. Happy anniversary, Janet. Love you. Alright, to make a 5th string capo, the first thing you're going to need is that. You know what that is? Let's see if we can zoom in on this thing a little bit. Okay, now you know what it is. It's one of those, it's a tack, like you pin stuff up with. So you got to steal one of those, alright? And here's the reason why. Because you have to have something with a foot on it, and that's the foot we're going to use right there, and then this is the shaft that we're going to use. Okay, so the things you're going to need is this. You're going to need this excuse me, a hacksaw blade, okay, and you don't need these picks, so I'm going to put them over here. Okay, and this is two-sided tape. Two-sided tape. You see, I've already cut a hole out of that. This stuff was some stuff I had left over from the 90s, so it's probably not that good. But anyway, it's two-sided tape. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take this and we're going to cut it off right here at the base, right above where the metal piece sticks in through the plastic. And that's just going to leave us, well, not with that, with this. Okay, this is going to be the little piece that we're going to be left with. So let's cut that real quickly and see if we can cut it real quickly. Probably can't. There we go. Alright, so we're cutting this. Get this mess all over everything. Go. Alright, so this is what you end up with. This little piece right here. Can you see that? Yes. Okay. That's it right there. Let's see. Is that good? Yeah. Alright, so you've got this little piece right here. And you want this to be as flat as it can be. And I remember now something else you're going to need. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Well, just a little piece of sandpaper or something. Oh, here. Alright. Okay, my bad. I got this little bitty file here. See it? Little file. You want to steal this from either your wife's kit or your kit. Don't tell her about it, okay? So you put it off the side here. Now you want to make this top piece flat, because if you don't, then you're going to have a heck of a time on your next step. So we're going to flatten this thing out a little bit. And so that we can use that saw again. And it just so happens that saw is about the exact width that you need to put a string down in this groove. Okay? Alright, so now we got it flat. And we're doing this number here. There we go. Alright, see there? See how, there we go. Alright, it's flat on the top now. It's very difficult. There we go. Now we got this little piece right here. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our saw and we're going to set it right here, and we're going to just we're going to put it right in the center of that piece of plastic, right? So because we need to make a groove like you would in a guitar nut, so that the string will fit right in there. And let me tell you why I'm doing this. It's because when I was doing you the video, when I took it out, I broke it. So I got to make another one. So I might as well film this one, huh? Yeah. Well, that's how it goes. All right. So we're going to cut us a little groove here in this piece of plastic. If I can hold it, keep it from moving a lot. I think the way I did it before is I just use the back action here. Get this started. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I don't know if you noticed that flicker, but I got a call on my telephone, which is what I'm recording you with. And so I ended up having to answer, and it was my boss wanting to take me out to eat. My old boss I retired from, and so I just not getting back. I went to China Star. It was mighty tasty. Thank you, Rob. Okay, so what this is about, I cut. I noticed that I think I told you that I had broken off one side of this other one when I moved it, and it was probably because I had cut the groove too deep. Okay, so this time I cut it deep, but I also got the file and filed it down a whole lot further. This thing only needs to be just tall enough to get over the fret. So if you go a whole lot more than that, then what's going to happen is it's going to make it way sharp. So you want to not to be too deep. Okay, and then just curve it up around here. So that the reason I say you don't want it too deep is because when you pinch these, it's plastic and they'll just break. So you don't want to go too deep, but you want it deep enough so that it holds onto your string as well. Okay, all right, so that's the end product. I don't know if it will actually. So let's go try it out. Actually, no, let's don't try it out yet. I'm not through. If you leave it like this, and this piece of plastic will slide up and down way too much. So I tried to figure out, well, what am I going to glue on the bottom of this that doesn't increase the height and also will allow it to stop? Well, that's why I came up with this stuff, which is a sticky tape. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to simply stick it on there real hard like that. And I know you've got a question about that. Oh, I also said you're going to need a pair of pliers, a pair of scissors. Okay, and so now what you're going to do is you're going to cut this away from around it. Okay, so we're going to do that real quickly. See, I had a dad joke. What did the Mexican fireman say to his new employees? Okay, you're Jose and you're Hose B. Yes, that's a dad joke. Not too funny. I know it's funny. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, you see now we got the sticky stuff on one side and it's sticking real hard onto that. So now we got to peel this stuff off. So it leaves nothing but sticky stuff on the plastic. And like I said, this is 1990, so I don't know how good this is. Okay, there you go. All right, so now once you get it on there, what you want to do is you want to put your finger on it and you want to make it less sticky. Okay. You know how you can put it on your nose and put that all anyway, so now it's not near as sticky, but it is a little sticky and it won't move. All right, so let's go try this thing out. All right, let's try this little doodad out. Such a little thing, but so costly. You know, here's the concept. Okay, so if I put my capo on, first fret, then that's going to throw off this one. So we need to put this under the first one, right? So let's see how we do that. We're going to put it on over here, like so. There we go. And we're going to set it. And this one's a little tall. If you notice, when I'm stuck up under there, it's way above the fret, so I'm going to have to even take the top of this one down quite a bit, so it's just right above that fret. But there you go. Move your fret up one. Pick this up, move it up one, and there you go. Up one, close it off, pick it up, bring it up one, there we go. There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this this Happy Monday on my 47th wedding anniversary. Janet just also just messaged me and said that I'm fixing to take her over to Montgomery. Wonder what for. but I bet it's got a steak. I'm gonna get me a steak in the future. What you think? Well, I think I'm gonna play a little Refuge at the end of this. This thing has certainly gone long enough, so I hope y'all have a great week. Happy Monday. Love you guys. Y'all be sweet.
I'm going to do this song anyway. This is a tough song for me to sing, so I'll do it. I want you to listen to the words if I can remember. One day the Lord told Jesus, "Son, it's time for you to go down." He said the scribes and Pharisees have really found things up. You've got to turn my world back around. So Jesus left his home on high, even though he'd be nailed to a tree. He said he'd willingly bear all that pain to pay this debt for you and me. Father, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. And then he shed a tear and bowed his head down low, and said, "My work down here is through." But this is not the end of the story. Praise God, this is where it begins. When Jesus died that day on the cross, he delivered us from our sin. The best part. Third day after the cross tells a story. Nothing could keep him in that grave. The heavens opened up and the earth began to shake, and that stone up and rolled away. Now Jesus back up with his Father. He's watching over you and me. So when you start feeling discouraged, plant on that tree. So when you start feeling discouraged, put your mind back on that tree. So when you start feeling discouraged, put your mind back on that tree. That is a tough one to me because the words are so real. You know, the pain that Christ went through me, for me, is just, I think about that. And he would have done it if it was only me. And, you know, a lot of times we get so discouraged and you know, we forget. You know, we forget to put our faith back in Christ where we should, because he paid a price for me. And when we get down and when we get upset and we get confused, you know, we've always got somewhere to look back on. Praise God, I'm saved.
We live in a world today that man, you can't even listen to the news anymore. If y'all ever listen to 91.1, it's so discouraging to hear what's going on in the world now. I mean, everything Christians try to do is torn down. But this song that Beth is fixing to do is called Any Other Love Song. And it's about our personal failures every day. And just praise God that we've got a Savior that forgives us every day.
I